The first finalist in the Meeting the Challenge of the Difficult Job Heavy Engineering category is Belfor BD Infrastructure Inc. for the Freeport Regional Water Project Intake Facility, Freeport. Partnering, communication, and cooperation among all members of the project team enabled contractor Belfor BD Infrastructure Inc. to successfully complete the Freeport Regional Water Project Intake Facility. This facility not only stands as a visually and architecturally significant structure, but most importantly, it provides a sustainable drinking water supply for Sacramento and the surrounding Central Valley areas. Belfor BD faced several major challenges in constructing the project. The work required to complete all facets of the pumping plant and pipeline included clearing, demolition, recycled concrete, levee work, marine work, trestle work, cofferdams, deep excavations, underwater placement of concrete, pile driving, dewatering, tunneling, startup, and much more. Multiple trades and craftsmen worked alongside each other on the project, oftentimes in extremely tight confines and under rigid constraints. The project included strict environmental controls and adherence to multiple permit requirements, including levee repairs and an in-river work window for pile driving and cofferdam installation. In addition, the project is directly adjacent to a quiet residential neighborhood with strict restrictions on work hours, noise, dust, and ground vibrations. Many outreach sessions occurred to keep the community updated on construction activities throughout the process. The project was further complicated by oversight from multiple agencies, including the FRWA, Sacramento County, East Bay MUD, City of Sacramento, the Pocket Neighbors, and additional governing agencies, all with vested and varying interests in the job.
The second finalist in the Meeting the Challenge of the Difficult Job Heavy Engineering category is C.C. Myers, Inc. for the 2009 Detour Tie-In Bay Bridge Rollout Roll-In, San Francisco. During the Labor Day weekend in 2009, a project team led by C.C. Myers, Inc. successfully executed an unprecedented heavy engineering project involving the movement of two massive sections of the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge, some 150 feet in the air. This massive retrofit project, referred to as the Rollout Roll-In, was part of a long-planned seismic upgrade by the California Department of Transportation. The project was performed to create a 1/2-mile connection between the bridge and a temporary bypass structure tying into Yerba Buena Island. Cutting through a 300-foot double-deck section of the steel structure proved the most challenging phase of the weekend project. Once the section was successfully severed, a technologically advanced hydraulic jack and a track skidding system guided the 3,200-ton segment out of the way. A newly constructed 300-foot, 3,600-ton double-deck section required precise engineering to roll into the vacated space in order to match the deck elevations of the abutting structures. The target goal was achieved to within 1/2 inch of its mark. The new section required the placement of 4 9-ton expansion joints, one each for both ends of the two decks. Prior to installation, the crews trained with a series of procedural tests which alleviated potential concerns. After 2 years of planning, this challenging construction feat was completed on time with no safety incidents. The well-coordinated effort was successful due to an exemplary management team and constant communication between C.C. Myers, Inc., its many subcontractors and suppliers, and the owners.
The third finalist in the Meeting the Challenge of the Difficult Job Heavy Engineering category is Flatiron Construction for the Interstate 238 widening project, Hayward and San Leandro. Interstate 238 is a major commuter route and the only east-west freight connector between the ports of Oakland and San Francisco and California's agricultural heartland. This corridor was congested almost 24 hours a day. The Interstate 238 widening project was designed to reduce congestion at two major intersections, at Interstates 880 and 580. The project included widening I-238 from 4 lanes to 6, construction of 3 new bridges, and 12 new retaining walls, and widening 14 bridges, among other things. From day one, Contractor Flatiron Construction faced changes, surprises, and challenges on the project on a daily basis. The project team was regularly faced with mitigating differing site conditions and managing a third-party design team. Revisions were extensive and ongoing throughout construction. In addition, traffic management was complex, involving more than 90 lane closures and detours both day and night. Through partnering, Flatiron and owner Caltrans were able to resolve the host of issues that at times threatened to derail the project, ranging from many on-site elevation discrepancies to the efficient handling of aerial deposited lead soil. Despite the project's numerous challenges, Flatiron completed the job 4 months ahead of schedule and with a strong safety record, logging 0 lost time incidents in 380,000 man-hours worked. The completed project is providing congestion relief for the 128,000 vehicles that, on average, travel this section of Interstate 238 each day.
The next finalist in the Meeting the Challenge of the Difficult Job Heavy Engineering category is Granite Construction Company for the design-build construction of the Monument 250 roadway and primary border barrier fence, San Isidro Mountains. This was a new type of project for the construction industry and as such presented countless challenges for contractor Granite Construction Company. The project entailed building a border fence and accompanying roadways through mountainous wilderness areas with terrain varying up to 700 vertical feet. Just some of the project challenges included job site accessibility and delivery of materials, steep slopes, safety and communication, as well as environmental issues. From the job entrance, the 6-mile access included single lanes, rugged terrain, minimal visibility, and cliff-hugging dirt roads. The terrain proved difficult, both to ensure adequate emergency response access and to enable material delivery to the job site. Granite came up with numerous and innovative solutions that often turned challenge into opportunity, such as utilizing excavated material from the job site to produce its own concrete on the site. Other unique features and challenges included the construction of 5 bridge structures, work on steep slopes up to 57%, the lack of cellular communication, which led to the development of a 2-way radio network, and modifying articulated rock trucks in order to haul the panels for the project. The project's success was dependent on a team that was flexible and creative and able to collaborate to solve problems. Granite delivered that and more, ultimately turning a profit on this highly challenging job and completing it on schedule, within budget, and with a satisfied owner.
And the last finalist in the Meeting the Challenge of the Difficult Job Heavy Engineering category is William P. Young Construction, Inc. for the Wolf Road Overhead Rehabilitation Project, Sunnyvale. William P. Young Construction, Inc. faced several unique challenges during the course of the Wolf Road Overhead Rehabilitation Project for the city of Sunnyvale, a vital project to repair an overpass above active railroad tracks. The project entailed jacking of bridge abutments and center span hinge joints for the replacement of the bearing pads, as well as the replacement of the bridge joint seals, concrete spall repair, and resurfacing of the bridge deck. All of the work had to be completed within a 30-day bridge closure, a time frame that did not allow any float time for unforeseen events or differing site conditions. Due to the restrictive schedule and the project's location within a railroad right-of-way, the contractor needed to provide detailed work plans in advance. Continued operation of the railroad meant that certain critical work could only be completed during a small window at night. The as-built conditions of the existing bridge were incorrect. These conditions and other circumstances created critical scheduling challenges. In addition, the design of the jacking system provided another major challenge. A traditional system could be used for the two abutment locations, but the railroad span needed to be designed to support the approximately 75-foot clear span from the bridge deck. It took determined coordination among all team members every day to address and resolve each issue that came up. Ultimately, William P. Young Construction worked through these issues and completed the project on time and under budget.